Now fully healthy, that gives them a real attack with the running backs.
Yeah, the carries 2 weeks ago before the bye were basically 50-50. It's Dowdle out of the backfield, and he'll be about a yard short of the line. The motion, Sanders, the tight end. Young peels away. Bryce Young showing the legs. Oh, little stagger step to the 42. Second and 6. Rush of 4 for New Orleans. Young to the sideline, and a tough toe tap for a first down for Jalen Coker. Motion Coker. There's that run you're talking about, and Hubbard extending for the first down. Davis the tackle, but it's exactly what they like to do. Bryson Tremaine is on the field as well, the big receiver out of Stanford. They'll motion Tremble. Hand it for Dowdle, changing direction, trying to break down the door. Rico Dowdle is in, touchdown. What a drive for Carolina, trying to seize control of the NFC South.
And getting out and using his legs to make plays.
See him quick to the line. They love doing that. This is over the middle, and a first down to the tight end, Juwan Johnson.
Great observation there by Juwan Johnson to know that he was hot.
Chuck finding Neal, who has to hang on to it. Nearly got crowbarred out of his hand by Trevin Wallace. And there's movement at the line. That's going to be a false start against the Saints.
100%. And this offensive line for the Panthers took offense to the fact that they got shut down in the first matchup. And you can see how much energy they're playing with right now.
Second down. And Young, serves it up Dan Quisenberry style for Tommy Tremble. He went underneath, a little sidewinder.
If you don't have to.
Riley backing off at the corner spot. It's Chuba Hubbard. He gets a bunch of it back down to the 40. Third down to 13 for Shuck. Out of empty. He pats it a couple times and throws down the field. Oh, what a strike in front of Smith Wade to Devon Vele. To bring up bad memories for Saints fans. Neal back in, Shuck play action. They try to climb the pocket and get dragged down from behind. Trevis Gibson grabbed him and yanked him down. It's been for the year about 1 in every 10 plays run pass option. It's grown with Shuck in there. He'll pat the ball and he'll throw it, and he's got Vele again, who has the first down, even though he gave some ground back. J.C. Horn with the tackle.
I don't think he did, so the call is correct, even though it might not look like it to the naked eye.
Second down for Shuck. He'll throw it downfield. Oh, what a grab by Vele! To the top of the mountain.
He does everything, the dirty work and even the spectacular catches.
Feed Neal. Inside the 20. Taysom Hill in the game in the slot at the top of your screen. Shuck looking that direction, and he threw it behind Johnson, who caught it to himself. That is a ridiculous catch. First and goal inside the 5. They're 2 for 7 this year. Neal hunting the end zone, touchdown.
I want you guys to watch these interior offensive linemen and the right tackle. Watch them run. Look at the big fellas get out in front, put the train on the tracks, and allow Devin Neal to find a hole, put his head down, and drive his way into the end zone.
And the key block on the outside right there is Taysom Hill, who got involved. Now he's the slot guy over there. Young steps up away from Chase Young and throws downfield. He's got a catch for the first down all the way across the 45 to Jalen Coker. Carolina has been outstanding on fourth down this year. It won him the game against the Rams. Pressure coming. Young breaks free. Young on the throw across the middle. He's got it to McMillan. Tataroa McMillan grazing free and spinning down to the 21. On a 3rd and 11. Young with time. He'll throw for McMillan. It's incomplete. Riley on the coverage. Raked it away, and it's 4th down.
Took over the starting job and hasn't looked back since.
4th round pick in New Orleans. Fitzgerald sails that one in a bit of a draw. Gets it through. Kool-Aid McKinstry trying to talk to his back line of the defense as the snap came. This is a ball way downfield, and there for Lee Gett, who gets up and runs. It's a first down and more. Werner showing pressure. He'll back off. Pressure from the backside. Swing it out for Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard changing direction. What a jagged cut for a first down. Outstanding effort for Hubbard.
Puts them behind the chains here. 2nd and 21. This is a run or screen down.
They just got it off. Very loud crowd right now. Young launching near side. He drops it in for Coker. What a rainbow!
You're going to see Coker run up on his toes, get outside, save some space on the sideline for the quarterback. And Bryce Young finds the Wi-Fi connection and airdrops a beauty in there to Jalen Coker for a touchdown.
He wasn't open when Bryce Young threw that ball.
Talk about anticipation. Beats the safety with the...
Tipton in motion. Give it that way. He loses the ball. It's sprung free. Down on the ground and picked up by New Orleans and Raiders. Derek Brown said he's grown so much the past couple of years. Roseboom thought he had a turnover. Instead, they're going to have to play another set of downs. Both of them in there together. They'll motion out Taysom Hill and fake it that direction. They wanted the pump and go. Shuck has to scramble in emergency mode. He's across the 40. Shuck on the roll. Tipton's way. Oh, a sidewinder this way. Everybody's throwing sliders. Vele this time.
The age isn't the issue. It's you want to continue to see the growth. And I've seen the growth so far this year.
Chuck tried to step up, and he's yanked down. Brown was in there. Scorton as well. Motion Estime. Shuck got to get 14. He's engulfed, and he is sacked again. Scorton went high. Wanham was first low, and the Panthers have back-to-back sacks.
There is just sitting there kind of as a spy to cap off the defense. Just a great job there from the Panthers defense.
Former Gaelic football player Charlie Smith drills the field goal. It's a one-score game again. Bryce Young and Carolina have it next, who only has one catch. He's in that bunch formation. Horn in motion. Here comes Young. Bryce Young to throw. He's got it to Horn, and he's very close to the line to gain. It looks like they're going to give it to him. McMillan down there with McKinstry. Chase Young got a great jump. Bryce Young on the spin. There's a marker in on the jump by Chase Young, and it's a first down for Bryce Young. Anyway, as he says, right into your living room. Dowdle and Hubbard both in there. It'll be Chuba Hubbard to lean. I don't know. He's short. It looked like he lost half a yard, and he did. Taysom Hill in motion. First down, New Orleans. From the 40. Play action. Nice pickup by Hull. Shuck has a lane, and he is wrangled by Wanham. Last division title 10 years ago for Carolina. They would close in with a win. Shuck down the middle. He's got it there for a first down and more. Kevin Austin Jr. Saw that with Denver last year. They get 17. Second down play action. Shuck on the go. Got the throw to the 33 or so for Johnson. He's very close to the line to gain.
Some version of zone.
4th and 1, they're going to throw. Shuck trying to run for it now. He leans. There is a marker in. He's going to be short according to the spot right now. Coker motions next to him. Bryce Young in a big spot. 3rd and 5. His throw is caught by McMillan, but well short. Demario Davis, tackle number 1,501. Collarbone, leg injuries in college. Back up for a while. He ends up at Louisville and balls. He's got Austin here with Vele out. Austin clanging across the 30 with Trayvon Merrick. Another spike down. First down, New Orleans.
Yeah, right now, Tyler Shuck is seeming to be in flow state a little bit throwing the football.
Seeing the picture down the middle. He's got Olave this time. Another first down for the Saints.
Something I'm more than sure he appreciates.
Absolutely. Shuck with time again. He'll sling it far side. He's got Olave again. Look who's awoken. Chris Olave.
It's really good to have him making plays on this drive in the 4th quarter.
Shuck again. Olave again. Inside the 20. Make it, take it for Olave right now.
You got one-on-one with J.C. Horn up top.
On third down, Shuck goes that way. Olave, touchdown!
Chris Olave out, and he's going to run a one-on-one route on a slant. Bang 8 style. Shuck, make sure he takes his eyes away. J.C. Horn.
Pressure shown, 4-man rush. They get there, Young bails. Bryce Young in the move to the 40. Off that Young run on first down. Bryce Young fading back, hit by Chase Young first. Down he goes. Werner creeping up to the line for New Orleans. He'll back off. 4-man rush. Bryce Young scrambling again. Chase Young got him by the legs.
Here, you don't want to give the ball back to the Panthers when they know they're so far deep in your own territory.
Shuck for Estime on a screen. Estime with room. Estime across the 25, spiked down at the 29.
To that timeout because they're getting back to the line of scrimmage to run another play. Smart move.
There's another check down, and he's got it away for Estime, who's down just short of the line to gain. You got to go now, and they are going to use that timeout.
So let's see if Kellen Moore draws up a nice play here for Juwan Johnson.
Olave, first down.
They have to get this ball out of bounds going forward so the clock stops.
It's a run straight ahead into a slide, and a marker's going to come in. It's a personal foul on the slide from Shuck. Sarah Kustok was talking about, just threw his body into this for New Orleans.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 22. This is a 15-yard penalty to force them into the run with an automatic first down.
What a call!
Holy guacamole. Sensational call by Kellen Moore, going with the quarterback draw with no one in the middle of the field. Surprises the defense. You could tell they were just trying to get 5 to 7 extra to get back up, spike it, and then get the field goal unit out there. And it just completely shocked.
Charlie Smith from 47. It's on the way. It is good. There is a marker down. There's a flag down for now. The conquering hero of Ireland has given New Orleans the lead.
Offside. Defense number 26. That penalty's declined. The field goal was good.
You can see Charlie Smith. You want to talk about putting it down the middle. He left no doubt here in the Superdome. And the Saints just keep on marching.
Bryce Young, one chance to dance. He'll throw it for Coker first. On the pitch back, it's on the ground, it's rolling around, nobody's on it, and now the pile leads to a Saints upset. New Orleans wins for the second time against Carolina.